The ending of the scope of this, other parts down below. Wife started a text battle last night and I got sucked into it. She basically said I was clueless and she didn't have an affair. Guys, please tell me I'm not crazy. She left for 3 weeks, went to Florida and Jamaica. It was a big secret from everyone. Even her mother didn't know. She was hiding pics of herself and the other guy. When I busted her where she was, she threatened to take me for everything I had. I kept wondering why she felt she had the right to be mad at my oldest. She feels she has done nothing wrong. There is no other man and she was not having an affair. It really doesn't matter. I don't care. At the very least she still abandoned her kids during a terrible time. If there wasn't another man, that makes it even worse. It means she truly didn't care what her kids were going through. It's all BS. I just want her stuff gone. The messages started about the boys and eye exams and turned into her telling me I was harassing her, even though she texted me, which turned into her abandoning the boys, which of course she didn't deny but said that was the only time I was there for them. That is a big joke. It's just very frustrating. I got dragged into that and kept saying keep this about the boys. She laughed when I said she was the one responsible for the affair, not me. Said I was clueless. I'm sure I don't have all the details, I know, and I may be wrong about some things, but I don't really care. She also stated she could come and go into my house as much as she wanted to get her things. She does not know that I have packed it all for her and it's in the garage. I called the sheriff's department this morning to ensure she could not come into my house. They said as long as I gave her what is in the judgment and the divorce is final, she cannot come in. I told my son this morning that regardless of if there is another man or not, she still abandoned you at a terrible time to go on a vacation. Her job does not require her to travel, so she still refused to work on our marriage and decided to break us up on her own. She still lied about the reconciliation, made us all feel she was working on stuff, etc. The manipulation and lies were real regardless of if I have any smoking gun pics of her and the other man. I am so over this crap. The day she comes and picks up her stuff will be a big relief. Problem is she is then going to start nitpicking and say I didn't get that, I didn't get this. I'm just going to ignore it. I gave exactly what was in the papers. Nothing more, nothing less. If she didn't ask for it, she isn't getting it. Let's forget the adultery for a second. Let's pretend it was all BS and I am wrong. There is still the lying, the manipulation, the going behind my back. That is enough to be done with her right there. I cannot ever trust her again even without the she lied to me and the boys. She disregarded them completely and let the pieces fall where they may. So, no, I am no plan B. I still got the better end of the divorce money-wise and asset-wise. She is an idiot and was in a big hurry. Any person with any sense would not have fired their lawyer and signed anything I gave her. I wish I had taken more. That is my only regret now. I know in my heart that I loved her and that my boys love me. That is all I need to know. My conscience is clean. I have written my last post where I give her any consideration and doubt. She is not worth my time. I don't care what happens to her and where her life leads. She has officially gone to me. If I backslide again, you all have permission to come kick the living crap out of me. Going to be a good day. It's Friday. Since X left, my electric bill has went down from $500 a month to $114 this month and $166 last month. She is saving me money. I should call her and thank her. So, until the last few weeks I have been telling myself things like, if I do this then she will not have blah, or if I say that she will do this. But in the last few days I have been saying I don't care what she thinks, I'm not concerned with how this affects her. So why was I doing that before? I think I was still in protective mode, thinking of her feelings or worried how it would affect us. I think I may have slightly turned a corner where I don't have to think anymore how something affects her. I don't have to care, and most importantly I don't have to feel bad for not caring. I think this thinking started with her accident. I was confused on how to feel and was not sure what to do. Now I realize I don't have to do or say anything. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It doesn't affect me any longer. I knew this, but I didn't feel this till very recently. I know I'm not fully there yet, but this afternoon I just sat in my car and thought, I don't have to feel bad for not caring. She certainly isn't. Why am I? I have been concerned she would be upset if I did nothing. But I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to care. I just do what I want for me and the boys, and that is all. I don't have to consider her anymore. It feels good. Great night tonight. Me and boys made a cake and then went shopping. Hot dogs for dinner. We were lazy. Also flirted with girl at work. Kind of fun. I don't want her. She is damaged goods. A disgusting person that is the polar opposite of the woman that I married. But to be honest, I do have fantasies of sleeping with her then telling her to get the hell out. But I couldn't do that. I'm not that kind of person. She is loving right now that she has gotten one over on me. But the problem is I no longer care. I really don't. I will always love the memory of who she was. But I hate who she is. Well, just had my first friend tell me they heard the news. I restrained myself from telling too much and just said it was something I tried to prevent, but I am much happier now. They were shocked. I did not mention affair, but I alluded to it. I've told people at work and it just feels like every time I tell the story I relive it. Just don't feel like going over it again. I don't want to sound bitter or like the victim. If they ask me direct questions, I will tell them. But right now, if I start telling the story I just keep going on about it. I just don't want to get into the story with them right now. The woman I was flirting with is not a knockout. She is, however, very sweet and nice, always has a smile on her face. She has a weird laugh and is a little taller than me, but she always seems happy and is just a very nice person. I think she was flirting with me, but I am very stupid about such things. Been cleaning like crazy today. It's like I just moved in. So much stuff not unpacked. I have found stuff I forgot we had. Moved into this house 3 years ago and it was never made into a home. I found 3 old original Game Boys in a box. Forgot I had them. My kids have been playing them all day. Lord help me, tomorrow is Monday. I do feel better recently. I have started to be more productive at work. I am getting my home in order and making it an actual home. My love for my boys only grows stronger, and I do not miss her as much. I see her for what she is. I am getting in shape and it feels good. And I think when this is over, I will be a better person. Maybe a lonely person, but I will deal with that as it comes. Overall, this would have been better if it happened a few years back. That is today so far. Wonder how tomorrow will go. Well, found out today that my ex-wife's mother kept an old key to my house. I have since changed the locks. I think her intention was to be able to get anything that she wanted when my ex came to get her stuff. Question: how do I keep her out when I'm not home? My sons get home from school about 45 minutes before I get home. In that time, she could come over and they let her in. I have told my sons not to let her in, but what if they do? I have my divorce papers which state the house is mine and she signed a quit deed that has been registered at the courthouse. I have told her I must be there for her to get her things. Whether she follows, that is another story. I have changed the locks and keep a close hold on those keys. The drama is over. She is gone and took her stuff. She is still talking to OM. Son told me. Doesn't matter. I'm not plan B. Pickup day. So around 7:45 I texted my youngest and asked him to tell me when he was on his way. Around 8:15 he did. I called the sheriff's department non-emergency number and asked for an officer to be here. They told me no, that if there was a disturbance then to call. She showed up about 8:40, came to the front door with my youngest. I let him in and told her she could not enter. She got mad and said her lawyer said she could. I told her all her things were in the garage. She asked me to open the garage so she could look through it. I told her no, not until the movers got here. She told me it was not fair that she did not get to pick the stuff she wanted. I told her it was not fair she had removed all the pictures and other items without telling me. She then got pissed and called me a bastard and told me to burn in hell. I then closed the door and called 911. I told them exactly what happened and she tried to force her way into the house. At this point she was knocking on the front door and crying with a completely different tone. Her tears don't move me anymore. I went to the door and talked through it. It is glass. She started to name off things and I stated they were all outside and if I missed something, she could contact me. She asked me about a recliner. I stated it was not in the divorce agreement and I was keeping it. She said I was going against what we agreed to. I told her she should have read the divorce papers better. I then walked away and did not return to the door. At this point the police arrived and I greeted him at my door. I explained the situation and showed him what I packed and was under advisement from my lawyer. He was impressed how neat the packing was and advised her to load her stuff and leave. Then he talked to both of us and said he did not want to be back out here. I told I was going in the house and would not come back out. I then gave the movers instructions on exactly why they could move. I marked the garage floor with blue painter tape and said do not go outside of that. About 20 minutes later her mother arrived and started kicking and beating my back door. I then saw her on the phone in the front yard. I assumed she was calling the police. She was. The police arrived again and talked to her at the front of my driveway for about 10 minutes. They then headed to my front door. I greeted them and apologized for them coming out again. I explained that her mother was kicking and beating my door and I took the boys upstairs and did not answer the door. I told them she was crazy. They agreed and said they did not need to be told that. They asked me about the generator and I said it was a gift for moving her stuff to her new house and that all tools were mine in the divorce papers. They stated that was a civil matter. I then asked for her to be removed from my property. They stated not a problem, she was going to be removed. After that the ex and the movers loaded the rest of the stuff. A little while later her mother texted my 10-year-old and told him she was keeping his dog because I had her generator. They then had a big round of texts. A 60-year-old woman and my 10-year-old fighting about his dog. I then texted my ex and told her I was going to have harassment charges brought against her mother for harassing a minor. So yeah, it was a crazy morning. For the first time in a long time, I was in control again. It felt good. I had nothing to lose. She is not mine anymore. I did not care about her feelings. Things are looking up. I'm not over her completely, but it's better. I think I will always love her. But trust and respect will never return. My son was really bummed yesterday afternoon. He told me he did not get me anything for Christmas. His mom usually takes him shopping for me. I told him I had my boys and that was all I needed. Besides, mother-in-law is moving away. No way he could top that. Science fiction today. Then living Christmas tree at church. Ex-wife went and got the dog. She has now cut her mom out of her life as well. I think the worst is over. We can all settle into some kind of rhythm now. She is still my kids' mom and I know she loves them. I'm going to concentrate on being a good dad. I don't want to hurt the kids any more than they currently are. They love my home and me. We are going to have a good Christmas. I'm just glad they see the mother-in-law for what she really is now. Did not take long for her to show her true colors. I guess I don't have much to say now that it's really over. The final act includes drama between the ex and mother-in-law. The kids getting to see firsthand mother-in-law is crazy. My pickup plan working pretty good. Nothing left but to move forward. The drama, at least the major drama, is over. I've thought a lot about how things turned out in the past few months. Some things fell into my lap and others I had to struggle with. Although I may become indifferent, I don't think I will ever stop loving my ex-wife. She was a part of half of my life and not so easily forgotten. I am very saddened by what she has turned into. I guess she chose the dark side. The biggest gift I could have hoped for was my youngest seeing first and that his grandma does not belong in his life. He needed to learn that himself and there is no way I could explain it. He had to witness it. Unfortunately, his mother has taken the same path. I shielded them from the drama set the best I could and I was successful until crazy Mil texted my youngest. But I think that was for the good. Now it's time to move on. Get my life in order and work on what I want with the rest of my life. I'm sure I will be posting when my boys leave to go to their moms and I am truly alone for the first time since this started. But I am stronger than I was 2 months ago. Unfortunately, my ex-wife has turned into her mother. I can see it now that my blinders are off and I am reminded what her mother is like. She doesn't have all her traits but she defiantly has the worst ones. I was stupid and thought I could change her. Boy was I wrong. The bad thing now is the kids have seen what their grandma is like and are noticing the similarities as well. It's really sad. I'm sure I have bad traits of my mother and father as well. In fact, I know I do. When I see them in my parents, I recognize myself and try to change. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes I really have to work on it. Damn it, I saw her today for a few seconds and waves of missing her went through me. Just found out the ex is now getting a fake chest. Give me a break, when does the insanity stop? I wasn't snooping, I was told. I am floored. I don't know what to say. This is not the woman I married. Every time something like this comes up, I'm taken aback. She spends the money I gave her on her body instead of a home for the boys and her. This is unreal. I don't know what to say. It's not my problem, I am just in shock. I'm sure her new boyfriend will enjoy them, but her kids are going to think she is a freak. If she is trying to make me not attracted to her, it's succeeding. I just can't believe who she has turned into. Tells me her self-esteem is through the floor. She is crazy. Good news. I know it's soon, but had a date Sunday night. Just met over coffee. It was nice to have someone to talk to and that was interested in me. I guess I won't be lonely after all. And going slow. It is really awkward though, and not very comfortable. Just very new to me. It's okay though. It was fun. Weeks later, got a date with a real nice girl this Saturday. I'm so excited. We talk on the phone all the time and she is so sweet. Update on X. I picked up my youngest Sunday. He is so hurt by all of this and cried in my arms last night. Needless to say, him witnessing all of his mom's kissing faces to the OM on Skype in front of him has taken a toll. She is absolute garbage and deserves a special place in hell. Never thought I would say that. But the pain in my 10-year-old eyes was enough to make me want to scream at the top of my lungs. It's a long story, but last night he opened up to me about what he has witnessed and what his mom thinks he is too dumb to notice. She is really going to pay for this with the kids. We have had some great talks though. I look forward to it every day. She has ex issues as well. I guess we all do. That is something I have to get used to. Everyone comes with baggage now. So, I am very insecure. My ex has done a number on me. I have found that when talking to women I am very funny and can be quiet charming. I am not threatening in any way and women feel safe around me. I am not after a quick lay or one-night stands. Talking to women on the phone has went very well. But I am insecure about my looks and age. I have not figured out where I stand yet. She is about 7 years younger. She has 2 kids. I have 2 kids. We are talking all the time on phone and text. She loves to talk to me. I can't wait to talk to her every day. However, we have not met yet. She lives an hour away and we are seeing each other Saturday. I am trying not to set expectations too high, but I am worried that my ego may take a hit. I am very comfortable with talking to her. I think our conversations at dinner are going to be great. I think my problem is I have set my own expectations for the date high. I want her to like me and I want to have fun. Personally, I think if I get a second date it will go much better. She loves Mexican food, so I'm taking her to a really good Mexican place in town. Then we will walk around and talk at the local hot spot. It should be good, but she is going to have to go home soon after we eat. That may be a good thing or bad thing. So, I was thinking this morning, my ex is going to get her boobs in early February. Most likely that will put her out of work for 2 weeks. I know she doesn't want the boys to know. She is going to have to come up with some lie on why she can't get them for her week. Personally, I don't have to put up with her lies anymore. When she does make her excuse on why she can't get the boys, I am going to tell her no, I have plans, you have no choice but to get them. I will gladly keep the boys, but not when she is lying and manipulating again. Let her figure out how to hide them bad boys from her kids. Not my damn problem. So yesterday I was getting a haircut for my date. I go to same place meet ex goes too. At the end I told the girl I was now divorced. She said we all know. I've said how. She told me my ex told everyone there. The only reason I said anything caused my conversation turned to what I was doing. So, at that point I told them all that my ex was a lying cheating tramp and that I had 2 dates already and 2 more set up for the next few weeks. They were taken back. I said the next time that B comes in here make sure she knows I'm sitting at home mourning her trampy bottom. Also, I hope he enjoys the fake body. I wasn't angry, it felt good not to keep her dirty little secret. I was just taken back that she was talking to those women about our divorce. I felt defensive. I don't regret anything I said. I refuse to be made the bad guy and to take her lies anymore. She wants to lie to a bunch of people to protect her reputation and put me in the sewer, that's fine. But I don't have to let it go like I'm the doormat anymore. For too long I let her make a fool of me. You have it wrong. I'm taking my pride back. I am a good man and I will not be slung through the mud to be made out like the loser she divorced. I made sure those that were interested in the truth got exactly what they asked for. I understand letting it go and I understand those people mean nothing to me. She was trying to push me around with her words and I will be damned if I take it anymore. I am not her doormat any longer. If anyone in that room was offended, then F them. I refuse to look weak any longer. I stood up for myself and damn it, I was proud of it. Other women have shown me that I am worth something, allowed me to defend myself, allowed me to not be the person she is betraying me as. I have every right to defend myself as the moral compass in that dead marriage. She has zero right to try and make me look pathetic. I am so excited. I'm trying to keep my expectations low and just have fun. We talked again this morning. She calls me most every day. I so enjoy talking to her. You guys were right. There is a better life ahead. I have got another date with a super cute girl next Friday as well. I'm sorry if I came off harsh in my last replies. I am finding who I am again and I'm not backing off. I may have done the wrong thing. So late Sunday my little one came and said, Mom said I'm riding the bus home here every day and then she will pick me up. Now she is supposed to have the boys this week and for the first time she has them both this week. One against his will. Oldest did not want to go. The above statement crawled all over me. She has had all this time to plan for this and instead of coordinating with me she sends a message through youngest telling me what she is doing. So, I messaged her and said no she was not. If she wanted to do that, she needed to ask me and not tell me. I had conditions for that to happen. I would not want her picking them up when I was not there and I should be able to spend some time with them if I wanted when I got home. My job is not to make her life easier. I will not allow her to manipulate me any longer. She knew that sending my youngest to tell me that was wrong and I would not be able to tell him no. So, she said she would make other plans. Then coming to my house would be easier on her, but I believe harder on the boys since they would be going back and forth even more. She does not think of them ever though. It's all about what is easier on her. It may have been wrong but I won't let her take me for granted and use me any longer. The boys understand how I feel. I told them it had nothing to do with them and I would be glad for them to do that, but I would want to see them for a short period when I got home. They understood and youngest did not like being in the middle again. I told him it's her problem to figure this out and she should have done that earlier, or at the least asked me instead of telling me what she was going to do. So, I have a date with one girl and it went great. We are going out again this Saturday. I have another date tonight with a completely different girl. I don't think I like this. It feels wrong but it just kind of happened that way. I didn't expect to get a date with the second one. I feel like I'm cheating or not being honest or something. Tell me if I am wrong. Update on tonight's date. This was a different girl. Date has been planned for weeks and predates the last date Saturday. So, I am meeting her at a restaurant and I arrive early. She is already there. I did not recognize her. This girl is gorgeous. Her picture did not do her justice. She was very sweet and we had a great dinner. I kept thinking, well, I'm going to have fun cause I'm never going to see her again. We talked and I made her laugh. I was pretty relaxed cause there was no expectations on my end. We parted and I gave her a hug. As I was driving home, I was in a good mood. I was out and had dinner with a pretty woman. What more could I ask for? She texted me later and wants to go out again. Said I was funny and charming and had fun. I was floored. Trust me when I say this, she is out of my league. Not even in the same ballpark. So, Friday we are going out again. It can't be this easy, right? Well, I look forward to seeing her again. I still need to get to know her better. So far, I like what I hear but she may be hiding something. My ex was pretty and that got me nowhere but I can't help being attracted to her appearance and having fun right now. I was just happy to spend time with her. She was very shy and I worked hard to get her to talk and she did lighten up. It was a good experience for me. I was very calm and wasn't nervous at all. I was just shocked she wanted to go out again. I think she was shocked I didn't make a move and try to kiss her or anything. A hug was plenty for me on first date. I can't explain how I feel that way, I just do. Did I put her on a pedestal? A little. She was very attractive. Is she a better person than me? I have no idea right now. If it's true that looks don't matter, then that is something I need to learn and I am. Not something I can assume to be true. I had fun, that was all that mattered. It was a pleasant surprise that she was so attractive. Does it make me shallow? I don't think so, but maybe a little. I was prepared to have fun regardless of how she looked. She was also very soft-spoken, polite, sweet, and nervous. All of those things I found attractive as well. The rest will come with time. Just wanted to give an update. Still doing well. Me and my girl are having a ton of fun. Dare I say girlfriend, I find myself counting the minutes till we are together again. Ex is still a whack, but it only affects my kids now. I have no thoughts of her. I hope my hopeless situation gives inspiration. Life is good. I still have plenty of it left and I will not waste any of it anymore. Am I 100% healed? No, and I never will be. Some scars do not fade. Have I learned from them? Absolutely. Future? I don't know. I still want the same things in life and I still have plenty of time to get them. I will not make the same mistakes again. Health? I have been working out about 4 times a week and I feel great and starting to look better. Advice? If I could give any advice from what I have learned, it would be this. Life can sometimes suck big time, but it can also be very wonderful. If not for the bad times, we would not appreciate the good. I have done my time in the hole and I don't want to go back. I like it up here. My biggest thing I'm dealing with is the hate for my ex. It comes and goes, not near as often. But sometimes when the boys tell me some crap she does to them, I get very hateful. Other than that, I am happy where I am, and glad we are divorced. The woman I am with is amazing and truly a gift from God. For the past few weeks, I have been overcome with anger towards my ex. It has come back in a big wave. Not sure why, but I think it's because I have had to be around her and it drives me crazy. Update. Well, it turns out X and OM may have broken up. Kids told me about lots of crying and no more constant FaceTime. They told me I didn't ask. I hope it's painful. I really do. Amazing how karma shows up from time to time. Should I be happy that she is hurting like I was? It does not feel right to feel that way, but I did. My biggest fear was this person around my kids. He had no issue being with a married woman, so he defiantly had no love for my children. I am glad that this person will not be around my kids. But having said that, the rest of my emotions are selfish. I want her to be in pain like I was. I want her to feel rejection like I did. I know that is wrong, but I can't help feeling that way. My next thoughts are, what if she tried to come back? I think that is 99% not going to happen, but what if it did? I fantasize about slamming the door in her face. I would enjoy that tremendously. I have zero physical or verbal contact with her. The sight of her makes me physically ill. She is a vile, disgusting piece of garbage that I do not dignify with my presence. She has bad-mouthed me so much it would really look bad for her to take me back. She is so prideful right now, there is no way. 2 months later, going on a vacation with new girlfriend next week. Can't wait. This will be my first trip away from the kids in like ever. I have never taken a trip without them. I feel kind of guilty. I did not tell them where I was going. Things are getting serious with new GF. We spend a lot of time together and have a lot of fun. No, there are no talks of moving in or marriage. I don't plan on that for a long time, if ever. Me and her kids get along great and my kids and hers are doing good too. Is this a forever relationship? Don't know, but I am just having fun and taking it for what it is right now. I am not dating others or even pursing it. I am happy dating one person, and that's the way it should be if we are bonding. I have not spoken to the ex in months. I cut her off, and boy, is it a big relief that she can't just reach out and mess with me anymore. She has tried but has not been successful. I had a dream about her the other night. She was wanting me back and I turned away from her. That is a big change from the dreams of 5 or 6 months ago. I guess that's a good thing. I can't say that I am still not bitter or angry. It's not as bad, but sometimes I do get angry at what she put me through. Still running 3 or 4 times a week. About 3 miles in 25 minutes. Not great, but not too bad either. Am I losing my mind? My ex still tells my kids that all this is lies on my part. I know she is telling others that what happened didn't and that I am a liar. But now I am being accused of coming home smelling like women during my marriage. This is in no way true, and my kids know it's not true. It bothers me that this psycho is saying this stuff. She knows damn well what she did, and the only people she can't convince is her kids and family. The only people that really matter. My son got mad and told her he doesn't want to live with her anymore. He is almost 16. I would love for that to happen, but do not want to put them through any more of this crap. I'm just so damn sick and tired of being made out the bad guy. She is a masterful liar and manipulator. I love my life without her crazy ass, and I now only hurt for my kids who pick up on the lies, and it bothers them as well. I love them more than my own life, and I am sick of the crap she is spewing from her mouth. 3 years later. It's been nearly 3 years since the divorce. Lots of updates with me, but overall, I am doing great. Life is always changing. Sometimes for the better, sometimes bad. I really hope my postings in some way helped someone. If so, then my pain was worth it. I am really glad I documented what I went through. It was a tough journey, probably the toughest thing in my life. But here I am. I'm still kicking. Boys are doing good. Oldest lives with me full time. Has so for the last 2 years. My comment, ignoring the paperwork, OP came out ahead of this. He is moving on. He now knows what he's looking for in a relationship, and hopefully he will find someone who is better. Did you like this ending? Or you think he remained as a doormat? Comment down, and I got another video coming in the afternoon.